Right, we are here at Marybough Harness Racing Club, catching up with Les Chapman. Firstly, welcome, mate.
Good, thanks, Paul. Thanks for calling in on the way down to Yabby Dam Farms to draw the raffle tonight for the Victorian Square Trotters. So by the time this goes to air, there'll be a lucky person who's purchased a ticket, and we wish everybody good luck.
We're here to promote Marybough Harness Racing Club, but you wear a couple of hats, and the VSTA is one of them. It's a huge raffle prize that Harasta Trotters has kindly donated to you guys. Yep. But it's a great way of getting, I suppose, people being aware of what the VSTA are doing and trying to put back and really trying to change things up. It's actually really good, and I'm excited about tonight. As you said, by the time this goes to air, we will have our winner, but it's just something very different, and it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it is, and the proceeds of this, and hats off to Pat for donating the service to Classic Connection, but what it does, it gives the VSTA funds to promote the trotter. We're working flat out to make sure that everybody who owns a trotter gets a crack at running in a race that they think they can win. Basically, that's the aim, to make sure that when our participants go to the races, they think they've got a chance to win. And so that's the ultimate aim of our association.
What a few of these trotting guys are doing, and we've got Aldebaran Park down there as well as Harasta Trotter, the different schemes they're coming up with themselves. Classic Connection, you get $3,000 back to the breeder if you breed the horse. Yeah. If it wins a 2-year-old race anywhere. These guys are thinking outside the square. They're really they're not only trying to grow it from their own point of view as winning races with what they've got, but also just to improve the entire breed across the board, full stop. It's just brilliant, isn't it?
Well, that's true. And the input from stud masters like Duncan and Pat, they're improving the breed all of the time, and it flows down through to everybody in the end. So, we've got to take our hats off and congratulate them for their involvement and just love of our game, and their attempts to improve the breed and the speed, and a really good product. And
what it does is makes for exciting meetings. I came here thinking you had 3 exciting meetings going in a row for the trotters and a little bit for the pacers, but you've actually got 4 Sundays in a row, like a month of racing here at Maryborough, that you must be so super excited it's just about to start with the Maryborough Trotters Cup and Pacers Cup this Sunday. Then the flow-on effect, just amazing.
Well, Paul, that's an interesting point, because we start off with the Trotters Cup, and because of the pressure of nominations, we've been able to add another Trotters race to the program. So there's another $7,000 goes into a lucky owner. Then, of course, the following Sunday, the 24th, we've got heats of the Classic Connection Victorian Trotters Derby, and heats of the standing start that go into Redwood Day on the following Sunday. And that's an all-trot meeting as well. That's an all-trot meeting, so it's supported by the True Roman, Aldebaran Park True Roman Free-for-All of 24,000. So that race day is going to be exciting. Then we've got our Redwood Friday back, and all of the goodies that race meeting has produced in the past. And then Redwood Day, which is just an absolute cracker of a day for square trotters. And then the following Sunday, we've been allocated the heats of the Breeders' Crown for juvenile trotters. So we've got 4 Sundays in a row, which is going to give this club the opportunity to dispense over $500,000 in stake money just to trotters alone. So that's a pretty impressive stat for the club, but it's also it gives us the responsibility to make sure that we put on a good show, and we make sure that everything runs smooth for all of those meetings.
That's amazing. Stake money. One name you said there, True Roman, I've got a real soft spot for him because I used to work for Graham many moons ago, so I have a soft spot for him. So I love the fact you guys remember a lot of the names. Redwood Day, I would imagine you're going to remember a lot of the past people that have contributed, because most of your meeting is a Memorial Day, which is, I love the fact you've done it and you stick to it. It could have been so easily sold out to sponsors, but you've always stuck to it. So I actually really enjoy that part of it. And I'm super excited because I was thinking there's 3 all Trotters days plus your Trotters Cup coming up this weekend. But I forgot about the Friday, which is a Super Friday, which is amazing. Harasta Trotters are sponsoring the Derby heats, which I'll be doing for Trots Vision. So this Sunday for Trots Vision, Robbie Orba is here with Lockie, I think.
Yes. Yep. That's for the Maryborough Cup.
Yep. So
Maryborough Trotters Cup.
they'll be doing driver interviews and other stuff going through the day. So Robbie will be doing that right on Trots Vision, so you're able to watch that. The following Sunday, I'll be here for the Derby Heats, and a couple of other trot races. It's an all
So the Black Horse Naturals have it was always known as the trustees, the Carisbrook Racecourse Trustees race, but unfortunately they can't do that sponsorship anymore. So Chelsea's come on board with Black Horse Naturals she's going to look after the heats and final for that race, the final being on Redwood Day.
As well. So then on Redwood Day, I know I've seen the run list that there's Robbie Orber, Nikita Ross, Lockie McIntosh, I believe. I think Lockie's here just about every one of these meetings.
I think he is,
Yeah. And then the following one after that, if Cody Winnell, if you're watching this, it's an All Trotters Day. I'm more than happy to come on another Sunday here to Maryborough, because it's going to be an awesome day, isn't it?
Well, it's a big day because, Stuart comes and takes the photographs of all the babies before they go out for the promotion for the finals and the semis. So, we're really excited about what Maryborough contribution. We're striving to be Maryborough home of the trotter, and on Sunday the TAB have come on board to sponsor our Trotters Cup, which is a fantastic result for the club, and the local Bendigo Bank branches of Voca, Maryborough and St Arnaud are sponsoring the Pacers Cup,
which they've done that for a long time.
They have, they've been a great supporter, the community bank.
Now, we haven't accidentally put this sign here behind us either, because you've got some pretty big news from the club's point of view, and with Aldebaran Park coming on board as a major sponsor.
Well, look, we're really happy because we've been able to negotiate a deal with Duncan, a 5-year deal to sponsor the Redwood Classic. Duncan's been a long-term, strong supporter of our club, not just financially but morally as well. Like he's helped us along the way. He's been a sponsor of the sprint lane, and he's had the mile rate and the gold bracelet on the Redwood Day, which we're actually putting on to Redwood Day this year. It was one of the Friday features, But to be able to lock in a 5-year contract gives the club stability, and we know that our responsibility now in turn is to produce a product that will do Duncan proud. And our aim, together with Duncan, is to get our local community back involved in the harness racing again, because when I was growing up here in Maryborough, everybody knew they either had a horse or they knew somebody who had a horse. Things have sort of drifted away a bit when some of the old-time trainers have retired, and now we actually haven't got a big stable in town that goes to the races, but we want to encourage the locals to... because there are a lot of local people who are part of syndicates, like the Ballarat Syndicate, for instance. They're keen to take part, so it's one of our projects with Duncan will be to make sure that within the next 18 months we get a trotter and pacer syndicate at the club, and get people back into the rhythm.
Is the Matchmaker Mile still on the cards for the...
Yep, Aldebaran.
I've thrown him under the bus here.
He's got to get it. All right. The Alabar Matchmaker Mile still on the card.
Yeah. Yep. Aldebaran Ravani might be coming down for that. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Has he alluded to that or not?
She's just a cracker. Yeah. Cole Phillis, our president, and I, we made a trip yesterday to Shepparton to pick up some signage for Duncan, and we were able to have a look at his latest acquisition from Sweden, and. Things are on the move. The globalisation and internationalisation of the sport in both...
You actually sounded like him just when you said it.
He's taught me that it's a big thing, and, just to see that mare and think, like, I know she's just a horse, but when you consider that what she's done and where she's come from and how she's got here, it's just amazing. So... be another step forward for the breeding in Australia.
But I think the greatest thing, even though she is winning, I can't think of the surname, Monkey, the horse in New South Wales that's been running with her. We've got I'm Ready Jets. We've got Sleepy. You watch what all these mares are doing here now.
I know.
It's so exciting. And you've got a race like the Matchmaker Mile that if you could get all of those together, even next year, get the sponsorship up a little, the prize money, HRV, give him some more prize money for it and make it, wouldn't it be a cracking race? You just look at the depth in the mares, and they just keep getting stronger and stronger through a lot of these pieces, people not just breeding racehorses. They're breeding broodmares. They're actually breeding horses that are high quality racehorses that they then want to go to the breeding barn and continue that going on and on and on. And I think that's really important. And I think part of the starting point is here, because I fell in love through True Roman. That's how I fell in love with the trotter. I mean, it was when I was a young kid, he was one of the best horses I ever had anything to do with, and there's nothing better. But we need not just the community, but we need the young drivers and trainers to be coming here to Maryborough and just salivating over the trotters that are coming. I think that's key to improving our game.
It is. It's definitely the key. Things are a lot different now with the trotter and all of the different things that old time trainers used to have to think about to get their horses to trot all the time. Now a lot of them just come out trotting straight away, and they put a set of aluminiums on and away they go. That's a lot different, but Some of them don't even put the aluminiums. They don't even shoe them. It's amazing now. I know. So one of the responsibilities of Maryborough and the VSTA is to put pressure on the Board of Harness Racing to increase the prize money. Just say, for instance, the Trotters Derby, which is $75,000, and when you compare it like with last Saturday night, I think $300 for the Pacers. There's a real disparity there, and we need to up those, because whether they like it or not, the trotter is on the march, and you've got to keep supporting the one that's growing. So that's what we want to see.
I believe about 40% of the nutrient sale for next year are the trotters.
Yep.
In Melbourne. So that's, how far they are growing. Through Pat and Aldebaran Park, they're both selling horses through it. But roughly about 40%. Yeah, that's how much they're growing. And like you only had to watch last year. You say about Alabar. I'm going to get the figure wrong, but I think it was 170,000 for a trotter. So.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It's on the up, and it just keeps getting better and better. Kiwi friends. I will say one other thing too with HRV. Well done to them for changing the time, and I know because of the calendar. But our Kiwi friends who are watching this and say, they wouldn't mind coming, but with COVID this year they can't. But the weather's just going to be sensational this time of year. Instead of those traditional, it was always dark, wasn't it, on the Redwood day? Like for some reason, it was always just this dark, wet day.
Yeah. We had a good run there for about 5 or 6 years, but it was still only like 15 or 16. Last year it was quite warm but very windy, which we hope we don't get the wind this year. And of course the input from Nutrien in their sale to the prize money is considerable. So we'll be looking, promoting the trotter and making sure that the people who own, breed and train and drive and own the trotters get a real return for their investment.
Well done, mate.
Because they're providing the entertainment. Nobody can doubt the most thrilling race was Pink Galah's at Bendigo the other night, the way she just got to the line. So they're the sort of things that catch people's imagination.
You said you got a penny drops, the Kilmore Cup.
Yep.
3 horses, like it was the longest race in Victoria, and 3 horses at the 400 metre mark.
Yep.
Any one of those 3 can win. The Trotters races are clearly a lot more exciting races to watch than than the Pacers races, and it's just different. You and I have been around them all of our life. We know why we love them, but we need other people to keep growing and love them.
That's true.
I could talk to you forever. Well done what you're doing with the VSTA. As I said, congratulations to whoever wins the Service 2 Classic Connection tonight. And that we think well done to them. Well done to Rasta Trotters, Aldebaran Park, and everyone else that's getting behind it. Alabar, there are so many other studs that are getting behind it. We've got, Kath McIntosh has got 2 trotters.
Exactly.
3 trotters. There's so many people getting the trotters going now, and it's really key. But well done to you. Tune in. Trots Vision for the next 4 Sundays now. Hopefully I've got 2 of them. I'm trying to get Cody just to be aware of that. But definitely Robbie Orby will be this week, myself next week. Then it's Robbie and Nikita the week after that. And then I haven't seen the roster for the Breeders' Crown, but that's going to be huge. And it's just going to be a great end of the season. And
it will be.
Well done to you, mate.
No worries. Good. Thanks, Paul.